shout out to everybody. Your boy is back. I do want to say this though. You know what I mean? Everybody in home theater, quick question. Is this a, like, you know, we all like, we get equipment. We love our equipment. You know what I mean? Like we talk about our systems all the time. Sometimes even in forums, we argue about our equipment. This, I don't know if y'all have dealt with this, like, you know, watching the video or whatever, but I deal with that quite a bit. You know what I mean? And it's fun for me. So it kind of, to me, it's kind of turning into like a sport. You know what I mean? My system sounds better than yours. Oh, what you got? What? It ain't better than mine. You know what I mean? I think we be doing that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. I did a video before this one, and it's my recommendation on a movie. A lot of times in the home theater, we're starting to get issues, and I'm gonna talk about a new movie, right? But a lot of times we're starting, in my opinion, I think this is an issue, right? There are a lot of content creators and the physical media space and, you know, home theater. And I feel like most of the content creators in home theater, I think they're bought and paid for. I feel like that. Like they're just going to recommend specific products and, you know, not to bash on the products, but that's all they want to do, you know, and then they tell you the standard movies that everybody recommends. And it's just like, come on, bro. Can you think of anything better than, you know what I mean, other than Ready Player One? Can you think of anything other than Top Gun? Can you think about, you know, we get that all the time. Same movies. And it's like, I went through the rabbit hole of YouTube trying to search, you know, when you first get your system hooked up in the Atmos, that depending on what speaker arrangement you got, some people got sound bars, whatever. When you first are satisfied, right, with your system, I'm running a 7.2.4 and both in my house and in here, like my dedicated private theater. And then in the house has got the big one, you know what I mean? Like is bigger than this one. It's, you know, it's dedicated, you know what I mean? And it's 7.2.4 in there, right? So I've got like the 4 hype Atmos channels. I've got 2 height channels on both sides of the screen. I've got, you know what I mean, the LCRs, I got the sides, I got the rears, I got 2 subwoofers. And my system, I don't think I need more than 4 subwoofers, you know what I mean? But maybe I'll try it. I don't know. But when you do all of this work and you go online, you go on YouTube and you look at different people's opinions, it's like everybody's just copy and pasting everybody's recommendations. You know, and it just gets to a point to where it's like, yo, do they have any more Atmos movies? Y'all ran out of them. Did they stop Atmos? It's like, no, they just copy and pasting other people's material. It's all it is in videos to try to make money because we make money off of YouTube. You know what I mean? And I know how lucrative it can be. My other channel does very well. I know how lucrative it can be, you know, but that's not why I started this channel. You know what I mean? I started the channel because I wanted to really hear different people's perspectives on, like, you know, audio and video, you know what I'm saying? Try different products, talk to you guys, and, you know, maybe get some recommendations in the comments for movies. And maybe I can recommend some movies that people don't really talk about that often. And one of the movies that I recommended wasn't an Atmos movie, right? But when it's upmixed to Neural X is sounds really good. And it's not just that the demo worthy bass that was in there, you know what I mean? Y'all check that movie out. Now, I have an Atmos movie that I want to talk about, and I've heard, I think it's Movie Guide 365. I think that's his name, right? Shout out to him. He was doing, and the reason why I like him over a lot of people is his movie recommendations. Like, he doesn't just tell you the standard movies that everybody already has. We all have Dune. We all have Edge of Tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We all have movies like that. Like he comes to this from a different perspective, you know, to where he's just trying to get the best audio and video and talk about it. And, you know, he's a movie guy, he's a movie buff, like, and he just likes movies or whatever. Well, he recommended this movie to me, right? Or to his audience, not me. And the movie is called Roma, right? Roma. Let me tell you about this movie. Now, this is a Criterion collection. I am not sponsored by Criterion, not sponsored by them, Arrow, none of them, Grub, none of them, right? But this is a movie from the Criterion. I think he is sponsored, but he recommended it. And normally when I hear something is sponsored, it doesn't matter if it's theater equipment, whatever, I turn it off. Normally when I hear that, because it's, you don't, people are just trying to sell you on something or trying to fulfill an obligation from a sponsor, so I don't really put a lot of credence on that. Sometimes you do get people that keep it real, you know what I mean? But very rarely. So a lot of times I just turn it off, right? Some reason, like, even though I knew he was, he had like affiliation, whatever, with Criterion, I got the movie, right? And before I did some research, I'm online, I'm on Google, I'm on, different like search engines, like trying to see what people think about it. And a lot of people were saying, oh, well, the movie sounds incredible. I think it's the same guy that mixed and mastered Gravity, like, did this movie. You know what I mean? And so I'm hearing all of this and I'm like, oh, this movie don't really seem like it's going to be exciting. I like kind of exciting movies, right? So how good is the sound actually going to be? So when I started looking around, I'm on the Criterion site. I'm looking for it. I'm on Amazon. I'm looking for it. And I don't see like a 4K, like, you know what I mean? How you normally see 4K UHD or whatever. I don't see that. I just keep seeing just packaging. And so I'm like, let me just get it, right? And I got the movie. First thing I do want to say, this is one of the best Atmos mixes I've ever heard in my life. I've heard a lot of mixes, and this is not going to be like a sci-fi mix, right? It's not going to be like a Dune. It's not going to be like After Earth with Will Smith and Jaden Smith, which has an amazing audio track. It's not going to be like that, right? But what they do with the audio in this movie is phenomenal. The panning, like this is more like it's like the story of this woman's life, right? And you're going through like her trials and tribulations. You're seeing her family. You're seeing like a lot of different things, where she works at, different things going on in the city. My speakers, for the most part, felt like they were active almost the entire time of watching this movie. There's a scene, right? There's like a car that's trying to park, all right? And it's not ruining the movie. It's just a scene. There's plenty of scenes in here. And it's like the bass. The bass. I mean, your boys subwoofers work over here. No diss. Not dissing, no diss to anybody else, but your boys subwoofers over here works, right? The bass, phenomenal. Very articulate, very good, right? I felt like I was actually in like a sound bubble, right? And then the person who is in production or manipulating the sounds is, I'm having an experience the entire time watching this movie, right? A lot of times it's ambient sounds. You hear things from the city, you know what I mean? Like different places, right? Within the movie, you're hearing things. But it's the panning of the audio, like when the camera moves, how the audio shifts is reminiscent of Gravity, right? It's not a sci-fi movie, but the audio is that good, right? To where it's just like, it's not like boom, 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 that, none of that, right? But they did a very good job, like I said, manipulating the sound to give you a spatial, awareness of what's going on, like within the movie. And I never heard of this until I seen the guy's review, right, of Roma. This got me interested in Criterion Collections. If they did this good of a job with the audio, it's Dolby Atmos. It's the audio. I think this is, I can't, now the movie is in black and white, right? So this is not a colorful movie or nothing like that. I can't tell whether or not it's 4K or not. Like on a movie, I gotta look at my receiver, whatever. When I turn the volume up or down on the anthem, it tells you if it's 4K. The image looks really good. It's not a bad image at all. It looks really good. I didn't really think to look because it looks so good. You know what I mean? It's just like a Blu-ray, I think it is. Yeah, it says Dolby Atmos. It doesn't say anything about 4K, but it looks really good, right? The audio, when I tell you guys, you will have an experience with this movie. Trust me, you will have an experience with this movie. So, shout out to Movie Guide 365. I think you were right on the money with this movie, with this recommendation. I watched it halfway through. I'm not really into like movies like this, but the thing that kept me engaged with the movie was the audio. It was the audio, but the movie wasn't bad, right? It was like, you know, just some things come up, you know what I mean? Sometimes I got to run my other channel, go live, different things. And it's just so many things took me away from the movie. But if you're like, if you don't have an attention span issue, like your boy who's been, you know what I mean, go on TikTok every once in a while, ruin your attention span. This is a pretty solid watch to see what this girl is going through, like in her life, right? But like I said, I got halfway through it. It was so many times in the movie that I hit rewind, and I just continued to rewind it. Now, I got a UB820 4K UHD player that I was using to play this. Reproduction of sound, very, very good. And it's just like, it's so many, you know, like you watch a movie for so long, you keep rewinding stuff, and it's just like, you know what I mean, before you know it, you like watching it almost longer than the runtime of the movie. That's how good the audio was. So, like, I would say if y'all can, yes, you got the big blockbusters, you got the movies that everybody talks about, you know what I mean? But get something different, and you may be surprised at what people can actually do with some of these movies. I don't think this was that expensive. I think I might have caught it on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, because I went to Criterion, so I think it was high, and I think I bought it on Amazon. Somebody had it on Amazon, and I think I paid. I think it was like 20. I think I caught it for like $27 or something like that. But do I regret the purchase? No, because I feel like, yeah, we're gonna get through all these blockbusters, but sometimes you just want an experience, you know. And I feel like this is a movie that I could have somebody come over and be like, okay, well, let's watch this person's life, and this could catch them off guard. You know what I mean? How good the movie is. Now, it's up to you guys what you like in movies, but you know, sometimes sound isn't always the best thing. The movie does have subtitles. You have to read the whole movie. You know what I mean? Unless you know the language that they're speaking. You know, but the audio is just really good, masterfully done. You know, so if y'all can check this out, I will be hitting you guys with more videos. We're gonna talk about maybe some other movies, some other things that could be going on, some announcements, you know, and things like that. But shout out to everybody. Don't forget, hit the hype points, right? I don't want to be like these people that don't get views. You know, I don't want to do that. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button. You know what I mean? Get me to the algorithm, and then make me want to come back and do more views. More views, right? More videos. There's a hype button. I don't know what it is on the channel, but YouTube gives you 3 hype points a week. Let your boy get one of them. Shout out to y'all, but I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Get the movie. Trust me. Peace.